Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1 match analysis. Ruben Amorim picks up by far the most important win of the season so far. It was a must-win game, and it's a rare win against Big Six opposition. To beat Chelsea, it's a big statement for Manchester United. They put in a very, very good performance today. Multiple players stood up for the club, showed big leadership, scored some great direct physical goals, and at points were really stretching Chelsea throughout the game. We're going to break down all the goals, the red cards, of course, and where this leaves both sides. Make sure you subscribe and leave your comments down below about the game. My overview has to be that this was a Man United side that looked far more energized. Lots of excuses to struggle in this game, let's be real. The rain didn't help. I'm not trying to turn into Ty from AFTV, but the weather was absolutely shocking. The ball was getting sort of stuck in the mud. It was a little bit trudgy out there, and ultimately Manchester United still played with a zip to their passing. And you have to say, playing out from the back, De Ligt, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, they were direct, they were aggressive, they wanted to get that win done early, and obviously they were helped with a red card as well. Let's be completely real, this Manchester United side are so much better when they're direct. When they're trying to play it out from the back and they're a little bit side to side, they can get cut through like a knife through Lurpak unsalted butter. Ultimately today, though, it felt that they were a lot more direct, happy to play it into Sesko, who I thought had his best game in a Manchester United shirt. He'll be frustrated that he got substituted off, but he had a huge part to play in basically the Manchester United win, as close as you can get to helping your side win without scoring. That flick on, long ball into Sesko, he flicks it onto Mbeumo, and of course Sanchez comes off his line completely. He could have broken Mbeumo's leg, there's no question about it, and ultimately, Sanchez has cost his side in a big way today, because of course Chelsea arrive at Old Trafford with a big opportunity to get something out of the game with Manchester United's form, and your keeper's coming off the line. You'd rather go 1-0 down. I actually think you'd rather go 2-0 down. If that was the second chance of the game and you're already 1-0 down, I think you can let it go in. Let it go into an open net. You're far better being 2-0 down with 11 men versus Manchester United than get yourself sent off for having your side play with 10 men for 87 minutes plus added time throughout a game away from home. He is a calamity. He put in some decent performances in a pre-season, a friendly. It's basically the Community Shield tournament, the Club World Cup, in my honest opinion. He was decent in that, don't get me wrong, but against Manchester United, the ball's skidding everywhere. It's early in the game. Don't smash into Mbeumo. Don't smash into Mbeumo. It's absolutely shocking decision-making. And you feel this Chelsea side with Donnarumma, this Chelsea side with a top-level keeper, even someone like Kelleher has gone to Brentford. One of these keepers that have moved in the Premier League this season, far better than Sanchez. I'm not even sure if he's better than Bayern, who actually had a good game today. It's 14 minutes before Manchester United make the most of the extra man. And this is where I say, you got to say fair play to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes scores the first goal of the game. He is the complete instigator of this goal. He picks the ball up on the edge of the box, spraying this ball into the far right. It gets crossed into Dorgu. Dorgu with a great header into Bruno Fernandes, completely onside, and it's a great little finish from Bruno Fernandes, but he started the move. It looked like every turn Manchester United wanted to go up the pitch and try and win this game, prove the doubters wrong. It all stemmed from Bruno Fernandes. I've been a massive critic of how Bruno Fernandes handles himself as a footballer at Manchester United, but the talent is undoubted, and you have to say 100 goals for Manchester United now. He's a modern great of the football club, whether you like it or not. Would he start for the 99 side? Would he start for the 2008 side? He'd probably get on the bench, of course, but in the last 15 years, he might be their best player, and he's been there for such a long time as well. He's got such a love for Manchester United, and it was a great finish, you have to say. At that point, Chelsea, I thought, were really flat. It could have been 2, it could have been 3, and Mbeumo had space, Sesko had space, and you have to say fair play to Chelsea. They shut up shop a little bit for 5-10 minutes. They stopped the space. Luke Shaw, out of everybody, one of the smallest players on the pitch, completely out jumps Harry Maguire. It bounces into Casemiro. He scores. It could have been 2-3, 4-0 in the first half, obviously down to the sending off of Robert Sanchez. But Manchester United were aggressive. They wanted the ball. They wanted to win the ball high at the pitch and try and prove a lot of people wrong. And that might have led to the fact that Casemiro got sent off. The first one is a yellow card all day long, and I'm going to be completely unbiased. The second decision on Santos is not a yellow card in a million days. Yes, he grabs his shirt. Yes, it's a little bit clumsy. He gets the ball. If we're going to completely disregard these kind of challenges from football, we are turning it into netball. We're turning it into badminton. We're turning it into horse racing. What's going on? Seriously, that it's a contact team sport, and Casemiro, I think, makes a fair play to try and win the ball. He's trying to go for the ball. He actually does win it as well. It's not a yellow card, and the referee had obviously a big impetus to try and level things up, and referees trying to get involved. They want to be the star of the show, and I thought Casemiro was very unlucky to get sent off. Now, of course, from the kind of fact that he's a 5-time Champions League winner, should he be more experienced? Should he have a bit more now? So that's not, if you understand football, it's not how footballers think. They're living in the moment. They're trying to be intense. If he smashes some guy off the ball, then it's, of course, a red card. But the second yellow on that, it's just soft. I thought Santos all game rolling around. There was a moment where Harry Maguire puts his hand in his face and the medical staff have to run on. 2 minutes later, he's running around again. An absolute embarrassment to Premier League football. And Harry Maguire was looking at him, laughing at him. Absolute shambles. There are times and moments in football matches where you need a little bit of the dark arts. I don't condone rolling around, but you're 2-0 down to this Manchester United side. You have to show more than rolling around. It was embarrassing at points from Santos. It really, really was. We have to talk about Chelsea because the sending off, of course, is a big issue. But the likes of Estavio, Neto, Cole Palmer all get substituted off in a similar time frame. You have to say, they look completely devoid of any kind of ideas. And they go 1-0 down early in the game, but they weren't able to ever get back into the game, really. It's a strange, negative kind of reaction from Enzo Maresca. Now, of course, Cole Palmer might be injured. Looks like he's got a knot to the thigh, potentially. But Estavio and Neto, it seemed like it was just a back four in a training exercise. I thought he completely overreacted, Enzo Maresca. You can win games of football with 10 men. I know it's very, very hard in the conditions for 90 minutes of the game, essentially. I thought he overreacted, in my honest opinion. Chalobah makes it 2-1. Now, this is where Ruben Amorim, I thought, has got basically everything right today. De Ligt, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw look very, very solid. Thought Bayern looked really, really good. That's an Amorim decision because Lemans could have come in today quite easily at home against Chelsea. And Bayern was strong, coming out for everything. So these are managerial decisions that he is getting right today. You have to say that. Mazraoui at right wing back was very, very good, very solid. Great balls into the box. Dorgu on the other side as well. Diallo in a narrow position. It worked very, very well. But then he takes Harry Maguire off and you feel that the ball that gets won in the air by Trevor Chalobah from a Reece James cross is something that Harry Maguire would clear out with ease. So these are kind of self-sabotage decisions that Ruben Amorim has made today that I don't necessarily agree with. Well, one of them, and it's Harry Maguire. Apart from that, I thought, the back line for Manchester United really, really strong. Whereas Caicedo today, you're looking for high energy. This is meant to be a high energy, Kante-esque footballer. You're down to 10 men, misplacing loads of passes. João Pedro was poor today as well. And Enzo Maresca, for me, just looks like a very flat figure on the bench sometimes. You're looking for inspiration. You're looking for your manager to give you something, give you a bit of confidence, give you a bit of power on the pitch, inspire you. And some of these modern managers really don't inspire footballers to go above and beyond. I thought when George came on, George just had his shoulders down. Does he even want to be there? Does some of these Chelsea players even want to be there? Seriously. I mean, Chalobah cared, Reece James cared. Of course, the likes of Cole Palmer cared and João Pedro. I'm looking around and George coming on today, the way Santos was rolling around, absolute shambles. They're in a world of pain, Chelsea. They really, really are. Manchester United now go to Brentford. It's a must-win game still, but they go there with a lot more confidence, and I'm backing them against Brentford. Sunderland's actually a different proposition, just because of the energy and the passion that Sunderland will have in that game. It will be a very different fixture to Brentford. Man United have to beat Brentford, and I think they will. Chelsea, on the other hand, Brighton and Liverpool, they lose these. Enzo Maresca could be under huge pressure, and I'm worried for them. I really, really am, particularly with some tricky fixtures coming up in Europe and in the League Cup as well. Lincoln City. this isn't an easy game. Look at Grimsby for Manchester United as well. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very, very soon.